Hi everyone, this is a yoga flow class based around balance. So lots of poses that are going to use balancing postures, and you're going to have to trust your body and trust yourself a little bit. But yeah, it's also good for building strength in the legs, in the core, and also in the arms. We'll be doing an arm balance as well. So we'll start as we usually do, so get comfortable. You can sit on a cushion if you have one nearby. I don't, so I'll just be sitting on the mat. And rest your hands on your legs or on your knees, and we'll open the palms up to the ceiling today. And sit with your back straight and bring your chin a little bit closer towards your chest. And close your eyes. Start to bring your focus and your attention to your body, to the mat, ready for your practice. Start to engage your core muscles, engage those stomach muscles. So just pull them gently in, imagining you're pulling that belly button in towards your spine and lifting the pelvic floor muscles up. So the muscles in your groin and in your pelvic area, just lift those gently up. There's a good analogy that some teachers use. It's a bit like imagining you're zipping up all the way from your groin, up through your core, up. So just imagine doing that zip up. It's going to help us when we balance later on in some of the poses, to use that core strength. Start to deepen your breath. So inhaling and counting to 4 or 5 in your head. And keep the exhale long as well. So exhaling for 4 or 5. And then on your next inhale, hold the breath. Keep holding for a few more breaths, a few more counts, and then exhale. And again, a nice long deep inhale. Then hold the breath and exhale. Keep going with that exercise, focusing on the counting. Count until 4 or 5, or longer if you can and if you want to. Holding for 2 or 3 breaths, 2 or 3 seconds. And then exhaling. And as you're doing this, keep your back nice and straight, your shoulders open. Relax your face. And then you can open your eyes. Turn your palms onto your knees and just start to move your body left and right. And then coming down and making circles with your spine. So coming down over one knee, across to the other and back up. Nice circle motion for the spine. And go the other direction as well. And then stretch your legs out in front of you. And inhale, lift the arms up above your head. And exhale, turn around to the left. So bring your hands next to your left hip and you're twisting around to the left. Inhale, coming back up, arms above the head. And exhale, fold forward, hands towards your ankles or your feet. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, twisting around to the right, hands by the right hip. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up. And then exhale, release the hands. Turn your legs and come onto hands and knees. And then extend your left leg behind you, so you're raising it to hip height. And extend it out like you want to touch the wall behind you, so a really long stretch. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And then turn your right leg about 45 degrees to the right. Push into your right hand and lift that left hand up to the ceiling. You can stay here, or you can bend that left leg, catch your left foot with your hand, arch your back a bit, and pull against that foot. And stretching out one more time. And coming back to hands and knees. And lift that right leg behind you, so extending it towards the wall. Really think about that motion as if you want to touch the wall with your foot. And then turning the left leg out to the side, pushing into the left hand, and lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Stay here, or catch that right foot with your right hand. And open up, so bending your lower back, arching your back. And then stretch out one more time. And come back to hands and knees. And then come to sit on your bum. And stretch your legs in front of you. And then lift your legs up a little bit higher, straight. And try to keep your back straight, so you're not sinking like this. Try to open your shoulders, keep your back straight, keep your arms in front of you. Breathe in, bring the left knee to your chest. Breathe out, legs straighten again. Breathe in, right leg to the chest. Breathe out, stretch. Breathe in, left knee to the chest. Breathe out, straighten the leg. Engage your core muscles, right knee to the chest. And straighten one more time, so you should feel your core warming up now. Use those muscles. And then bring your feet onto the mat, a bit closer towards you, and just hug your knees. You can rock a little bit left and right. So starting to warm everything up, the legs, the core, the arms. And then you're going to keep your knees bent this time and come up into a boat pose. So you bend in the knees, but you still want to keep your chest really close to your thighs. And release your hands if you can. Otherwise, staying with your hands close, but you'll have to let go at times. You'll see why. So breathe in here. Keep your chest really close. Breathe out, push that left leg away. Breathe in, coming back up, squeeze your legs together. Breathe out, right leg comes straightened. Breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, straighten the left leg. Breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, straighten the right leg. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, left leg straightens. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then coming back down, give those knees a hug. And then coming back up again to boat pose. And this time bring your hands into prayer position at your heart, keeping your back nice and straight, chest close to your thighs. Breathe in here. Breathe out as you straighten the left leg, twist to the left with your torso. So your right elbow is by your right leg. Breathe in, coming back. Breathe out the other way. Straighten the right leg and twist to the right. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. So your arms are straight, hips are low, and then come down into a low plank onto your forearms. Pushing back up to a high plank, and then pushing all the way back to downward dog. So heels releasing to the floor, pushing into the mat with your hands, looking through your legs. And then take your left hand to your right ankle or right leg. So you're in a one-armed downward dog. It's good for building arm strength. And then come back. Take the right hand to your left leg. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And then coming back to downward dog. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll try to come into an arm balance. So from downward dog, bring your feet to the outsides of your hands. And you want to try to get your elbows under your knees, as far under your knees as you can. So really the weight of your legs is going to be on your upper arms in a minute. And push into your hands, so your hands are still in the same position from downward dog. Look up, lift your chest, and then start to lift your feet. You can try to bring your feet together, so touch your big toes together. And then if you want to, or if you can, start to try to open those legs out to the side. And then let yourself sit down on the mat. Bring your legs together in a butterfly pose, so with a diamond shape on your mat, and just bounce your knees. And then take your big toes with your fingers. Sit back, lift your feet from the ground, and start to try to straighten your legs. Deep breaths here. And then bring the legs together if you can. And slowly come back down to the mat. And see if you can just walk yourself forward onto your toes. Lift the arms up. And slowly come up to stand on your toes. And then bring your heels down, release your arms. And we'll come into a couple more warm-ups before we do the balance flow. So coming into chair pose, so bend your knees, lift the arms up, and tuck your bum in. So you don't want your bum sticking out. You want to bring that bum in, use your tummy muscles. And now breathe in, come up onto your toes. Breathe out, lower. Push your knees together. Breathe in, coming up onto the toes. Breathe out, lower. Keeping your knees bent, staying in that chair pose. Breathe in, come up on the toes. Breathe out, lower. One more time, up onto the toes. And out, lower. And bring your hands into a prayer position on your chest. Staying in that chair pose. And then lift your right leg behind you. So in the air, just balancing on that left leg, which is bent in chair pose still. And then bring that right leg back to chair pose. And send that left leg behind you. Balancing on the right, staying in that bend. And coming back. And standing up tall, arms above your head. Arch back, look up. And release the hands. Take a breath here. And just make a little bit of space in front of you, not want too much space because we need the length of the mat, but you'll also need a tiny bit of space in front of you as well. And then standing on both feet, nice and firm on the ground. Find something to look at on the floor or the wall in front of you. And then breathe in, lifting that right leg up, bend the knee, arms above your head. Breathe out, step the right leg behind you, or over to the left behind you. Breathe in, coming back into that balance. Breathe out, stepping behind to the left. Breathe in, coming back up and hold it here. Focus on your point. And then send that right leg behind you, coming into warrior three. So your arms are straight in front of you. That right leg's behind, balancing on the left. And then bend your left knee, come down into a low lunge position. Push into your left hand. Breathe in, open up the right arm to the right. Breathe out, come back to low lunge. Move that left hand further in front, so you're in the left corner of your mat. Pushing up onto that left leg. You might need to change your left hand position depending on you. Open your hip up and open the right arm up to the sky. So half moon pose. And then bring your arm back, hand back to the mat. Right foot on the ground. Breathe in, come up to warrior one. Breathe out here. Breathe in, coming up, bringing that leg up again. And breathe out, standing on your mat. Take a breath here before we do the other side. We'll do the next one a little bit faster. So breathe in, lift the left leg in front of you and lift your arms. Breathe out, step it behind you to the right. Breathe in, lift that leg in front. Breathe out, step to the side. Breathe in, lift the leg, hold it. Breathe out, coming into warrior three. Arms in front of you, your legs behind. Drop down to a low lunge. Breathe in, open up the left arm to the side. Breathe out, come back to low lunge. Move the right hand in front, breathe in, come up to half moon. Breathe out, coming down to your foot placement in warrior one. Breathe in, coming up to warrior one. Breathe out here. Breathe in, come up onto that foot. Left foot comes up in front of you. Breathe out, stepping that foot back down. Breathe in, right leg comes up. Breathe out, step it back. Breathe in, right leg comes up, arms come up. Breathe out, step it back. Breathe in. Breathe out, come to warrior three. Arms in front, right leg behind. Dropping down to low lunge. Breathe in, open your right arm to the side. Breathe out, coming back. Moving that left hand forward, breathe in, come up to half moon pose. Opening the hips up. Breathe out, coming down to with your feet ready for warrior one. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out here. Breathe in, lift the leg up in front of you, knee to the chest. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift the left leg up. Breathe out, step it back. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, step it back. Breathe in, coming up and hold it. Breathe out, shooting it behind you, arms in front of you. Lowering down to low lunge. Breathe in, open your left arm out to the left. Breathe out, coming back. Move your right hand forward. Breathe in, coming up to half moon. Breathe out, down to warrior one, foot position. Breathe in, arms up as a warrior one. And breathe out here. Breathe in, lift the leg up, knee to your chest. And breathe out, step it back down. So just walk your feet, roll your shoulders, do whatever you need to do just to loosen up. And then step to the front of your mat. Breathe in, open your arms out wide, up above your head. And breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, lift your head, look up. And breathe out, stepping back to plank. Lower, so bend your elbows close to your ribs. Breathe in, upward dog. Breathe out, downward dog. And then lower your knees to the mat. Take your legs out to the side and come to sit on your bum. And we're going to finish with a couple of really nice poses, inversions. So the head's going to be below the heart. It's really good for the circulation, for the blood to get into your head. But we're going to be resting on the shoulders. It's really important that the weight isn't in your neck. So for some people, it's better to roll a mat like so. So you have a little bit of a height difference between your mat and where your shoulders are going to be. You can do it even more if you want to. And then rest your shoulders on that part, but your head below. And you can make it a more dramatic difference with a blanket or something, but this should be enough for most people. And bring your hands by your side, bend your knees, and bring your knees towards your chest, and then push up and take your hands onto your lower back, and now sit your bum into your hands and tuck your shoulders under. Straighten the legs out and bring your toes towards your face. So this is half shoulder stand. So it's not the full shoulder stand, which is a lot more weight in the shoulders. We'll do first this half shoulder stand. So just consciously try to tuck your shoulders under. So the motion is to bring your shoulders in towards your spine. So you're tucking them under, and then you'll feel the weight is really in your shoulder blades. You can stay here, and normally they recommend you stay in an inversion for at least 10 deep breaths. If you want to try the full shoulder stand, point the toes, start to walk your hands, straighten the legs, walk your hands higher up your back, so up through your ribs, and really push all the way up to the ceiling. So you can hear my voice is a bit constricted now, but I can move my head. I don't feel the weight in my neck, I feel it in my shoulders. If you feel it in your neck, come down or come back to the first pose. You shouldn't have pain in your neck. And then we'll move the hands back down, come back into the first pose. And then if you want to, you can come into the plough, so you bring the feet over your head, bring your hands back down, and you can again tuck those shoulders under. And again, there's no weight in my neck. I can move my head, don't feel any pain in my neck. And when you're ready to come down, bring your hands back onto your back, bend the knees. Then when you're here, you can let go and roll yourself back down. And then get yourself ready for relaxation. So you can get a blanket, get a cushion, whatever you need to feel comfy for a few minutes. You can lie with your legs straight or with your feet wide apart and let your knees rest against each other. That could be nicer for your lower back. And then just let your back settle down. So it might feel a little bit strange after that plough pose. So just let your back settle. Feel your back relaxing against the mat, supported by your mat. You can have your arms by your side or resting on your belly. And close your eyes gently. Just move your head from side to side, just in case you have got any tension in the neck from those poses. So just gently moving the neck, encouraging that whole area to relax. And then feel your head heavy on the floor, your neck relaxed, your shoulders melting into the mat. Feel your spine fully supported, all the discs resting against the mat. Relax your hips, your pelvis, your legs and your feet, and your toes as well. Everything's relaxed. Let your breathing return to normal. Try not to think, but stay in this moment, letting yourself relax and have this time to yourself. You can listen to some relaxing music, or just focus on what you can hear around you. I can hear the birds outside. You might be just listening to my voice. Just try to stay here. Feel a connection with your body and your breathing. How does your body feel after the poses, after the lesson? And you can stay here as long as you like. But if you're ready, you can start to gently move your fingers and your toes. Just wiggling the fingers and the toes. And then bring your knees to your chest. Hands on your knees, and just pull gently your knees towards your chest. You can roll a little bit left and right with your eyes still closed. And then when you're ready, roll onto one side on the ground, so lying on your left or your right hand side on your mat. And then slowly pushing yourself up to come and sit on the mat. Sitting with your back straight. Again, just do some gentle movements with your neck and your head. So you might want to make circles, or you might just want to go from left to right. And then bringing your hands together at your heart in prayer position. Take a deep breath in, arms up above your head, stretch up. And breathe out, bringing your hands back to your chest, folding forward. Namaste. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.